Hello and welcome to another episode of Gaming with Wolves. Oh! So today I've got my coffee and Nightmare Before Christmas mug, and we're going to have a go at Tavern Talk today. I don't know much about it, but it looks like a kind of fantasy sort of vibe along the lines of, Dragonlance, Dragons of Autumn Twilight. This is a great book. I remember reading this and being very kind of taken by the inn that was in it. This inn at the top of a huge tree. And so this Tavern Talk sort of reminds me of that vibe. So I want everyone to try this at home. I want you to try and close your eyes and imagine that you're in some fantasy realm with magic and goblins and wizards, and you sat at the top of a huge tree and you're just like sitting at an inn, taking in the atmosphere, the breeze coming through the window, and just transport yourself there, and we'll have a go at the game and see how it goes. So I don't know much about the game. This is the demo of it. It's just been released, so let's have a look. Okay, I'm gonna go for I'll go for him, I think. Hi, innkeeper. How is it going? All fine and dandy? Can't complain. How about you, Fable? All fine and dandy? Yes, all fine and dandy. I had such an exciting day. Really exciting. Did you go on an adventure? Even better, I took a walk around the grove and then I replanted a mushroom that had fallen over. Then I patiently waited for it to turn into a mushroom monster or a mushroom mimic, maybe a gnome. Did it? No, but I got to take another walk around the grove. How was it? Great! I got to see the same stones, the same trees, the same amaranthine hydra guarding the entrance to Avalon, the same moss. I even got to water the asters. They didn't really need it, but I was there, so sounds very exciting. Who am I kidding? My life is exciting as a roasted nut. Roasted nut. I love the crow, the corvid in the corner. That's cool. I love like the stained glass windows and like the glow from the window. It's quite a cool atmosphere, isn't it? Nuts are healthy, very thrilling in sauces or as a snack. There are various types of nuts: walnuts, peanuts, hazelnuts. I'm allergic. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, no worries. I mean, I never told you. And hey, at least something would happen if I ate nut, just not something very fun. Anaphylactic shock and all that. Does that count as an adventure? I don't think it does. No, I think that counts as a mistake. So what do you say? What you're saying is that you're missing some spice. Oh, no. I'm very I have a very sensitive stomach. I don't think chills would help me much. Though I'm very good at growing phoenix chilies. Chilies. I was talking about the spice in your life. Spice up your life. Spice Girls here. So what you meant? Well, yes, yes, exactly. That's it. There's no chili flakes, no garlic, no dragons. Just a lot of salt. I'm like a bland soup. So, a classic case of boredom, I see. Do you know that feeling when nothing exciting is going on in your life? Or do you know that feeling? Like, life isn't bad, but also not particularly fun either. Which one should we go for? Have you tried it in the circus, or have you tried adding some zest to your soup? I'll go for circus, right? Huh. Well, perhaps you could find something fun there. So, I've just realised with the innkeeper, not Fable. I thought I was Fable talking to the innkeeper, but Fable is across the table to me. I'm the innkeeper. Okay, got it. Oh dear, this is not going to a good start, is it? Well, perhaps you could find something fun there. I'm not into the whole circus thing. Clowns scare me. I always think they have an ulterior motive. The way they look at me with their empty eyes and wide smiles. Ugh, scary. But apart from that, I'm trying. I tried singing, but what is singing if not to tell a tale? How can I sing of things if I never lived through anything? What do you mean? Well, day in, day out, I live the same green soup of routines. Sure, I have my forest and I look after it, but I want to get out there and see something. Like, for example, listen to this song I started writing. Oh, here we go. Let's have a listen. I wish to be a hero slaying mighty drakes. I wish to meet a pretty nymph resting by the lakes. A pretty nymph? That's pretty daring. It's risque, isn't it? That sounds like a good song opening to me. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that. Look at her blushing cheeks. That's cute. Oh, really? You think so? Well, perhaps it has a nice flow to it. But nothing actually happens in it because all I do is sit around and wish for things to happen. I don't even know what nymphs do. I've never met one myself. Taxes, maybe? Wish they'd do mine. No, I don't think so. I would love to sing about the exciting, magical things I encounter. But to be honest, the most exciting thing in my life is coming to your tavern and discovering new drinks. Character information. Okay, what's this? We're going to make a drink. Not a lot of songs you can write about that. Well, I beg to differ. You can write about anything really. I wouldn't mind a jingle. I'll think of one. Can I mention nymphs? I'd prefer if you didn't. No, I'd quite like the nymph song actually myself. Didn't give me that option, unfortunately. Okay, maybe one day I'll get to offer them their own jingle. In the meantime, can I offer you a drink? Yes, I'd love a drink. The usual? Yes, please. That means a swift strike, in case you forgot. Thank you for the reminder, Fable. It's my favourite. It always makes me feel like a feather-light nymph floating on the waves of a sunny lake. Do you want to be with a nymph or be the nymph? Both? But mostly I want a swift strike. Message received. Although, I was wondering... I've been coming to a tavern for so long, and I still don't know anything about you. How you make your drinks. Could you show me? Should we do the tutorial? Is it going to be boring? Let's go for it. Okay. Really? Yes. What should I do? Do I need to put on an apron or summon a familiar? How do I summon a familiar? Just follow me. Okay. Oh, this is cool. This is like the arcane room, isn't it? I like the kind of the glyphs on that circle. Oh, is the glyphs the part of the game? Interesting. Okay. Let's give this a go. I'll put my drink down. Welcome to my drink mixing nook. So this is what it looks like back here. Hello, Andu. Careful, I haven't fed him yet. Andu. Andu. Can do. Where do we start? Well, usually I start by figuring out what my patrons want. To make sure I don't forget what they ordered, I take notes in my journal. Let's have a look. Okay, so we've got our recipes here. Oh, you pinned my order. I did. If I want to look for specifics, I check my detail notes. I do keep a log just in case. When I'm sure I know what was asked for, I browse my recipes. Can't just freehand mix something to see what sticks. No, I like to mix and match for a more varied result, but the right balance is crucial, so I stick to my recipes. When I've settled on one, I can use the chalk to draw it on the board. What if you pick the wrong one? I can either erase it with a sponge or pick a different recipe. My ingredients are stored in the 5 bottles on the right. Wow, they're swish bottles, aren't they? Look at those. Very nice. Okay. There's dexterity, intelligence, defense, strength, and charisma. I think dexterity sounds tastest. I had a feeling you might say that. Is it to catch nymphs by any chance? If I messed up or want to redo my drink for any other reason, I can simply feed my mistakes to Andu. Once I'm done, I ring the bell to activate the primordial vortex. Actually, I don't need to bore you with the magical details. Just make a drink, you've got this. Okay. Right, so which one's dexterity? Oh, okay, so that's strength, right? I would say dexterity is the swift one. That would be the green one there. Does it say the name anywhere? But anyway, I think that's dexterity. Okay. So we get to recipes, swift strike. Okay. I'll pin recipe. Okay, so we've got the swift strike pinned. And so it looks... Oh, okay, so the diagram is pointing towards the different potions. That's cool. In like the star shape. Oh, that's an interesting way of doing it. So we've got mostly dexterity, but there seems to be a little bit of something else in there. So let's see. Let's put one more dexterity. Oh no, let's do dexterity. So what happens now? Oh, that's neat. Okay. Oh, no, stop. I didn't realise it would just carry on like that. Wow. I almost had a catastrophe there. Okay, let's try this one. What? Oh, okay. What? So you do that. And you... Oh, okay, you tip it with your... Right, alright. Let's do a dash of that. And stop. Did that work? Doesn't look like the chart. Did I do the right one? Let's do that again. Alright. Let's finish drink. This is not the right drink. Okay, let's try that again. Let's tip this away. No. How do you tip it away? Let's see. Remove infusion. Oh no, okay. Just want to trash it. Okay, let's pin that again. So we've got swift strike, pin recipe. Okay, oh, do you tip it into Andu? Okay. Let's start again. Oh, okay, this is a disposal unit, is it? It just doesn't care. Alright, so we'll have a bit swift strike. Okay, I'm getting the hang of this now. All right. Do we need? I need a bit more swift strike. Let's try that again. Stop. Now we need a little bit of this. Stop. That was too much, I think. A little bit of this. No, that's not right. Let's start again. Okay, we've got this now. So you just need a little bit of that and a little bit of this. Okay, so there you go, undo. Bottoms up. Alright, let's try that again. So we've got dexterity. Wait until it gets to the top. Okay. Now we've got the defense, I believe. And we just need a dash of that. That's it. And a dash of this. Oh, swift strike. Got it. Okay, cool. So, finish drink. Done. Alright, that wasn't too difficult. Alright. Oh, I like the things floating around the leaves at the top there. Nice little touch. Wow, it actually does teleport. Of course it does. What did you think was happening? I thought you were just very good at sleight of hand. I see. Well, give your creation a taste. That's delicious. I made that. You made that. Thank you for showing me the ropes. Thank you for your enthusiasm. These adventures you dream of, aren't you scared they'd be the end of you? Maybe, but how would I know if I never try? Do you actually want to try? Well, yes, I want to tell great stories, but what? Never mind. Aye, up. He's a bit shifty, isn't he? He's got some cool tats going on. He's got like a kind of goth sleeve. The anime sort of hair thing. Oh, look at the tentacle coming out the plant pot at the back. That's cool. Okay. Shifty booger. How can I help you? A drink. For you? Right. What kind? Drinkable. Very specific. Thank you. How about a spoken heart? Some charisma couldn't hurt. Sure, whatever. Alright, so, okay, this is quite fun. I like this. The recipe making's quite innovative in this. Like, they're quite new mechanisms. I like this sort of, the star system. Quite cool. Let's pin a recipe. So we want the spoken heart. Let's pin that. Okay, we're getting the hang of it now. And we want the, let's see. What's the crown? It doesn't matter, the crown one. So click. And we want that to go all the way to the edge. So, okay. Done. Okay. Then we need a little bit of this one. Yeah, and that needs to go to the edge. Okay. So that's defense. A little bit defense. Stop. Okay, perfect. And we need a little bit of attack. And that needs to go to the edge. Stop. Done. Spoken heart. Brilliant. Finish drink. Hey, we're getting the hang of this. It's a cool colour, isn't it? This should be digestible. Maybe even tasty. I thought I was doing the one. Thanks. Almost washes away the memories of that banshee haunting the lonesome lagoon at night. And her bone-shattering song of sorrow. Almost. Room unlocked, Song of Bones and Water. Oh, so we can tell the tale to Fable and she can write a song about it? Wow, that's exciting, isn't it? The brooding type, I see. What are you thinking about, Fable? Just dreams. I'm going to put on Fable's voice now. Now I've got to know the characters a little bit. Yours or someone else's? Mine. Other people seem to have the courage to follow theirs. Why can't I be like that? Isn't that up to you? I wish it was. My brother says my dreams are a fool's errand, that I'm running away from where I belong. Where are rangers, Fable? We belong to the woods, like the stream that ripples down the mountain. Or the birds in the trees, we keep the balance. It's what we're meant to do. And is that what you want to do? Yes, no, not really. I want to experience things outside the safe borders of the forest. I want to live a life so full of adventure, boredom will feel like bliss. I want to be brave and strong. And I want to sing songs about my adventures that make other people yearn for that same freedom. Of course, I could never leave the Ashen Grove behind forever. It's my home. But there's nothing wrong with going away from time to time, right? I mean, my brother looks after the grove as well as my sisters. I think I'd be fine without. I think they'd be fine without me. Then you should do what your heart desires. Will it stop aching then? I think so, yes. What if it's wrong to leave, though? What if destiny never meant for me to leave? What if it did? That would be a dream come true. Be your own genie, Fable. Your adventures start with you. Thank you, Innkeeper. You really are the most exciting part of my day. Ah, that was a nice little interaction, wasn't it? Oh, it carries on into night time. Who's this? Oh, she looks like a fearsome warrior, doesn't she? Got the old scars going on. Greetings, traveller. How may I help you this fine night? You own this... You own... You own this establishment, innkeeper? Last time I checked. With whom do I have the pleasure? The name's Kaelin. Kaelin. You can call me Care or Lynn. Couldn't care less. Nice to meet you, Kaelin. What can I do for you? Perhaps something to drink? You do the thing with the quests, right? So they say. Do you want one? You can have a look, or you can have a look at my notice board. No quests. No quests for me, but I may have one for you, or your notice board. Tell me more. Heard of a werewolf making trouble up in Tragarin, terrorising farmers, tearing sheep apart, the whole programme. A werewolf? That's news to me. Rumour unlocked. Werewolf mayhem. Cool. Listen to me. Listen, me too. Didn't see one in almost a decade, and that was far south in Erove. Been wondering if it's the same one, just moving up like a nomad. I thought the werewolf hype died long ago with that one romance novel. You mean the one with the vampires? Think so. Nah, that just splits society into two camps. Team werewolf or team vampire. It's a little on the nose, isn't it? I'm not sure about that. Which one are you, innkeeper? You know what? I'm going team werewolf, but not because of Twilight, because of Gary Oldman's depiction of Dracula, which is absolutely awesome and one of my favourite films of all time. Also, I read Dracula as a kid and it really sort of stuck with me. So I'm going to go team vampire, I think. Ah, so you're into fangs, are you? An innkeeper never tells. You little rascal, I like you. Likewise, what about you? Vampires. Why? The wolves are too close to my kin, and yeah, I'd rather stay away from them. Is that why you don't want to take care of the werewolf yourself? Yes. No. I'm just afraid he might look a little bit too much like Uncle Dragan. Would feel bad slaying that fella. You know, hunched back, hairy, crooked teeth. Is that a werewolf or just Uncle Dragan? You can't tell. Same fate befell Aunt Olga. I'm sorry to hear that. Nah, that hag had it coming. Okay. Never fall behind your grooming schedule, or, before you know it, the next wannabe Van Helsing will strike you down with a silver arrow. I thought it was just silver bullets. I guess bullets weren't invented in this world yet. Maybe never. Maybe it'll be kind of a new sort of branch of bullet called a dullet. I don't know. Okay, let's get back to the story. Do the Van Helsings also hunt werewolves? I don't know. Don't care enough to check. Either way, that's Southern Werewolf, yeah? Right. Anything else that might help others get done with it rather swiftly? Fetch. Pardon me? Should they get into a dangerous situation, they'll just have to start playing fetch. That works. On any dog. Trust me. Room unlocked. Fetch. Okay, fetch. Good to know. Thanks, Care It's not that hard. Either Care or Lynn. I'm going to say the full name. Be respectful. Aye, Chief? You got a name, or is it just Innkeeper? Just Innkeeper for now. Playing hard to get, I see. She's got a cool vibe going on. I'm digging her. She's cool. Kaelin. Well, Innkeeper, then before I venture on, you've got a drink for me? Of course. What would you like? I'll take something powerful, something with a whole lot of strength. You don't don't you dare give me any of that watered down muck instead. Okay. Right, here we go. So we've got to get the recipe first of all. Let's pull up the recipe book, and we want something strength. Let's see. Southern Brawler. Perfect combination of offense and defense, dominated by the piquant aroma of Ignis. This drink is served fiery hot or ice cold. So you could do that one. Frosted light, no. No, I think the Southern Brawler is probably apt. Let's go with that one. So we'll pin that. And as predicted, it's got lots of strength in it. So we'll pick that one up. We want to tip that one all the way in. There, done. Okay, then we want this one. And we want it up to the point. Stop. Yeah. And we want this one up to the point. And that's all done. Finished drink. Getting a dab hand at this now, aren't we? A drink with 0 water as requested. Not bad. Just what I was craving, thanks. Where will you head from here? Perhaps back west through the Ashen Grove. Got some business to take care of. What kind of business? Perhaps personal business. Care to elaborate? No. But you won't stop asking until I do, will you? No. My cousin claims her crops are being stolen by undead snails. Obviously, I'm pretty sure she's hallucinating. But I did hear some folks complaining about an undead uptick in the west, so might as well humour her and make sure she hasn't turned into an undead snail herself. Something like that. It's odd, ain't it? Resurrecting the dead? It's certainly unconventional. That's one way to put it. I think there's not much use digging up the past. It's just going to open up wounds you stapled shut. Stapled shut? Or eat your face. The past haunts everyone willing to listen. Would you mind talking like a normal person? I ain't exactly up for philosophizing. You started this conversation, and I'm ending it. Alright, well then. If you find any more rumours for me, or need aid, don't shy away from coming back. I'm more of a lone wolf, don't do groups, but sure, for more work I'll be back. I'll be waiting. Character information locked to Kaelin. Speaking of rumours, you know how to turn them into proper quests, right? Don't want them going to waste. Okay. Let's do a tutorial, I guess. Fine, I guess I've got a few minutes. Let me see your setup. This is where I sort all the rumours I've collected. I also keep them written down in my journal so I don't forget. Smart. I think the best next step would be sorting the matching snippets on your quest page. Just drag them over and make sure they're all for the same quest. Otherwise, you'll end up confusing adventures. Once you're done, select the quill of yours and it'll be written up. Got it? Got it. Thank you for your help, Kaelin. Put it on my tab. That's not how that works. Good night. Good night to you too. All right then, let's assemble this quest. Okay, so we've got our quest books and we've got all these pages. We've got Kaelin told me about a werewolf. Okay, we'll put that in our quest book. That's a werewolf secret. Can we put that into the same? Okay. What's this bit? Werewolf, that's the same thing. What's that? That's not the same thing, I don't believe. Banshee and crops. Okay. Done. Right, so a werewolf on detours. A reticent Vukarkin passed by the Wayfarer's Inn, reporting a werewolf making their way up to the Tregarin from Ereve. They pose a potential threat to both helpless sheep and the villagers. Apparently, werewolves love playing fetch. Are you brave enough to take this quest and save Tregarin from this werewolf mayhem? Cool. Oh, okay, so that's how it works. Awesome. Oh, what a cutie. Is it the next day? Prelude to Bravery, 58th of the Wake. Start day. Okay. Fable's back. Here we go. The tentacles flapping around like it does, and the Corvid seems happy enough. Let's get going. Nice sunny day outside. Is that Fuji-san in the background? Are we in Japan? Fable. What do you have there, Fable? I found this on your notice board. It says a werewolf is terrorising Tregerin. Is that true? It is indeed. Have you sent anyone after it yet? Maybe that hooded guy from yesterday? Not yet. What kind of hero are you looking for? One who knows their way around difficult terrain, woods even. Probably one who's good with a bow. One who tells me they want the quest. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, Fable. I'm good with a bow. Yes, Fable. And I know my way around any woods. I was watching a really cool, like, dark 70s fantasy film, like I used to watch as a kid, and I've watched it so many times, but I haven't watched it for years, and it's called Hawk the Slayer, and it has this elf in it called Crow. And when I saw Lord of the Rings and I saw Legolas, like, I read Lord of the Rings when I was 13, and then, you know, when I was 20, I think it came out. I loved Lord of the Rings, don't get me wrong, it's absolutely brilliant. It's one of my favourite films of all time. But I think the way that Legolas fired his bow, I was a little bit let down. It wasn't more like Crow out of Hawk the Slayer, because he kind of like drew his bow and he went like this, and it's like kind of, they did like kind of cut shots, and he was like firing like 10 arrows in a second or something, and he was like really kick-ass with it. So yeah, if you haven't seen it, Hawk the Slayer is an excellent like 70s dark fantasy. Well, it was released in 1980, but it's got a 70s feel to it because it was like, you know, shot in the 70s. And I know my way around any woods. Back to the story. Sorry about that brief detour. I know Fable. And maybe I want the quest. Just maybe. No, just not just maybe. Since yesterday, all I've been able to think about is you telling me to follow my heart. And then I step into the tavern and the quest practically jumps out at me, and I think, hey, there's a start for an adventure. It's near a forest. You know forests, you live in a forest. And werewolves are basically just normal wolves, but slightly scarier because they are also human. But you've talked to humans before. And you got silver arrows from your birthday last year, and they're just collecting dust in your room. And I thought I could ask you if anyone had taken it yet. And then I didn't think that far ahead. I see. Or rather I did, but then I thought, what if I take the quest? Then I have to go on the quest and have to fight the werewolf, or talk to the werewolf, which is worse. Because what if the werewolf doesn't like me? And what if, when I try to shoot it with my silver arrow, I miss and shoot a tree instead, and then the tree would be mad at me? But it wouldn't really matter, because I'd be dead because of the werewolf. That took a quick turn. So maybe I should put the quest back. Fable? Yes? Do you want to tell me you take the quest? Maybe? I can't make this decision for you. Neither can I. Whenever I have to make a difficult decision, it's like I freeze in place. And I'm unable to move until someone makes the decision for me. Like a slime, a frozen slime. A frozen slime that can't move. I've met slimes less anxious than you. You've met slimes? My tavern is open to everyone. Oh, right. What do slimes drink? Water. More slime. Bones. You sell bones? Only to slimes. Ah, maybe you'll be able to add my bones to your menu soon. You'll just have to pick them up for the forest floor. I think I'd have a hard time convincing a werewolf to give up free bones. Why are you so anxious, Fable? In general? I think I answered that. I think answering that would take up more time than we have to spare. About taking the quest, it seems to me that you want to take it, but you're trying to talk yourself out of it instead. Oh, well, I do want to go on the quest. Werewolves may not be the best muses, but it would make a good start for a song, right? The prelude of an epic fable, the protector of the woods, the world, the worms. The worms? They seem like they need protecting. But every time I think about embarking on a quest, and I start to think more deeply about what might happen, all my bones start to shake and I feel dizzy. Is there something making you feel like that? You might fail? Aside from the bloodthirsty werewolf? We don't know what it's thirsty for. It might prefer orange juice. It might. Well, heroes have history, right? Great feats they can look back on to prove their bravery. Inspirational adventures that remind them of the light in the dark. I have the opposite of that. Great mistakes and epic regrets. Like the Mary Morgan incident. Or my first encounter with the Amaranthine Hydra. Or the reason why nobody wants to spend time with me. Why does no one want to spend time with you? Because I'm unlucky. I'm unlucky, and whenever good things are supposed to happen, I ruin them. No matter how easy things might be, nothing seems easy enough for me. Imagine there's one nail sticking out in the whole kingdom. Everyone would pass by it, except for me. I'd get caught on it and rip my coat. Did that happen once? Once? I wish it had been just the once. It seems like my whole life only follows the path that's the most embarrassing. Or dangerous. Or dangerously embarrassing. I can sympathise with that. The curse of ill luck follows me wherever I go, like an adventuring companion who secretly wants to kill you. Do you ever kind of like, you stop yourself in the kitchen or doing something and then you just make a sound because you've thought of something really embarrassing? I do that all the time. And my wife's always like, have you thought of something embarrassing yet? Again. And I'm like, yeah. Yeah, you got it. The curse of ill luck follows me wherever I go, like an adventuring companion who secretly wants to kill you. No one wants to hang out with someone who naturally attracts bad things. You're too harsh on yourself, Fable. Am I? See, just last week I wanted to gather fresh flowers. The daffodils are blooming, and they make for a nice banquet, you know. Or hair accessories, they always calm my anxiety when I have them around. But me being me, I'm confused. I'd confuse them with their evil twin, the Weeping Amaryllis. Now, guess what I spent the whole day afterwards doing? Weeping? Like a baby, all day long. When I plucked them, they released their spores and I started crying. I suddenly felt all the sadness of the world rush over me. I've never been so heartbroken. I'm sorry, that sounds horrible, Fable. I think she's just deeply empathic. You know, she's an empath. I don't think there's anything not to befriend her or to ridicule her about. I think, if anything, being an empath's a strength, right? I think empathic's good. We need more empaths in the world. It was. Between the tears and the sobs, I managed to make a tincture out of hogweed. It eased the pain, but the tears wouldn't stop until dawn. I'm so silly sometimes. The Mary Morgan incident, the first encounter with the Hydra. Let's go Mary Morgan incident, because I have no idea what that is. Yes, the Mary Morgan incident. Didn't you hear about that? Oh, that Gaia word didn't get around? It was my very first adventure, the chance to finally escape from the daily grind. What happened? An adventuring party was on the way, passing through the Ashen Grove. Due to the Sylvan spirits, it gets fairly foggy at night. And the fog bears great danger to anyone who isn't acquainted with spirits who call it home. So they wanted guidance from the local ranger. A merchant up in Tavern recommended me. I agreed to help, of course. My first adventure. Yay! I was so excited, but also very, very nervous. So, of course, it had to go wrong. I think it was the nerves. Why were you so nervous? New people, seasoned adventurers, one stronger than the next, all in shining armour and armed to the teeth. I wanted to leave a good impression, but my bad luck got in the way. How did it go wrong? I felt their condescending glares on my back as I walked them through the woods. Of course, I didn't know whether they actually glared, but my fear got a hold of me and led me astray. I must have blacked out. I've never got lost in the woods before. But this time I did. I couldn't see well. There was blood rushing in my eyes. I felt dizzy. So, for some stupid reason, I led them along a path no one should ever take, past the riverbanks of the Shivermere, home to the Mary Morgan. You know of the Mary Morgan, yes? The wrathful spirit that's known to drown men? Not sure if she really differentiates between genders, though. For some stupid reason, I led them right into her arms. I got scared, and in the end, they had to save me. They fought the creature, and we finally found a way out when dawn broke and the fog ebbed away. I couldn't look at them for the rest of the journey, and I silently bid my farewells when we reached the other side of the Ashen Grove. I was too embarrassed to speak. I'm sure I'm still the laughingstock of everyone of their gatherings. How am I supposed to set foot in the adventuring world again? To be fair, it could have been worse. I could have led them right into the arms of the wyvern chimera that resides in the Quag mangrove. They say it has a taste for adventures, another rumour unlocked. But you didn't. But I didn't. Should we ask about the first encounter with the Hydra? Well, just a day after I arrived to guard the portal to the dream plane Avalon, I wanted to be polite and neighbourly, so I bought it some homemade biscuits. I'm just playing a board game at the moment called Earthborn Rangers, and the first quest is delivering biscuits. It's set in like a kind of a post-apocalyptic solar punk world, and it's a card game, but it's like open world, and you can go to these different places and maps. It's pretty cool. It's made by the designers, the old design team of Fantasy Flight, and they went off and did their own Kickstarter. And it's pretty cool, actually. You can kind of go and do your own things, and you've got a map that you go around, but the first mission is delivering biscuits, so kind of eases you into the mechanisms. Anyway, back to the story. I burned them a little in the oven. but I thought since I was fire breathing it wouldn't mind. So I approached the amaranthine hydra, and I have this whole speech prepared about how I'm looking forward to having it around, and how its green scales match my hat. That's cute. Have another bit of coffee. So my mug, look at Sally. Cool mug. But it was so tall and intimidating, I forgot all about what I wanted to say. So I just sat down the biscuits and smiled awkwardly. It looked at my biscuits and then at me, and it said, "By the rivers of the stars stand a man who reads the firmament past. Some things are as sturdy as the glided ice. Some things as changing as Leviathan's sea. All chimeras hate mice, all hydras love tea." I thought to myself, wow, the amaranthine hydra has given me a riddle. Room unlocked, cool. A quest. Maybe this shall be my first adventure. But I couldn't figure out the answer, so I left, and I tried to solve the riddle for 3 days. I was too ashamed to step foot in front of it again, lest it know that I was not worthy of its wisdom. But then I couldn't take it anymore, and I ran back, apologised, and begged it for the answer. Turns out that that's just how it speaks. It wanted tea. Did you get it, Tom? Yes. Then you completed its quest. 3 days late. If it had needed an antidote, it would have died. Would-haves are about as useful as an antidote when you haven't been poisoned. They change nothing. Adventures don't come tied up in neat mistakeless bows. Your mistakes are part of your story, Fable, no matter how hard you try and shame yourself for them. I like you the same nonetheless, or just try to be better in future. That's all I can do. That's all you can do. No, I like you nonetheless. I was going to say, she's empathic and she seems cool and she seems real, which we need more people like that. There's nothing wrong with her at all. You do? Yes. I don't care much for Fable the Flawless Hero. I don't think their stories would be very interesting. Fable the Messy Adventurer with a heart of gold and an endearing personality on the other hand. I would say Fable the Empathic. Great non-guy, might even be my favourite regular. Don't tell anyone else I said that. I won't. Thank you, innkeeper. And because I like you so much, I'm going to keep giving you free advice. I hope so. What do you have for me? Just looking, my cat went by. Let me just go and grab him. I'll just go and grab him for the camera. I'll go and get him. He's called Bilbo. Look at Baba. Oh, baby. Oh, he's a big hunk of cat, isn't he? Look at that baby. Oh. Let him go. Have his dinner. Okay, back to the story. I hope so. What do you have for me? You seem to be very insecure. I think that's the biggest problem here. But how can I not be when everything I touch falls apart? You know that isn't true. You're right, I'm a great gardener, everything grows around me, but I seem to just get smaller. It's like I'm getting kind of Nausicaa vibes, right, like from Nausicaa Valley of the Wind. She loves animals, she loves gardening, and wears green. I think Nausicaa wears blue, but there are similarities there. You're right, I'm a great gardener, everything grows around me, but I seem to just get smaller. Okay. Except zucchinis. I can't figure out how to grow those. So in a way, I'm like a zucchini. I'm insecure because I don't care what I'm capable of. You have to find that out then. Like on a quest, for example. Don't you think I'm a little underleveled? Do you think that will change by sitting around? I guess not. Someone has to help those people, right? What if I don't and then no one else comes around? What if I'm the only chance they got? But what if I'm not? What if there's someone better? The best thing you can do is try to help them. So what if another adventurer sings by and you're able to make the situation better? Isn't that a good thing? 4 hands are better than 2, and who knows, you might even end up forming a party. Oh, and besides, if it's a perfect hero they want, they'll be waiting forever. I didn't think about it like that. Maybe I shouldn't decide to give up before even trying? After all, I'm a very fast runner. If I screw up, I can just run away really quickly. That's the spirit. Okay, I fable a great gardener and future hero, charmer of nymphs, and going to embark on this quest and save the villagers. And I shall return victorious. Oh, did I do it right? Yes, good job. I leave the quest in your capable hands, brave adventurer. Okay. Would you like a drink to aid you on your journey? Yes. Do you have something that can make me more nimble and quiet? Is that so that the werewolf won't see me coming? Something with a lot of dexterity, perhaps. If I wanted to fight it, I'm going to need that surprise round advantage. Or maybe something that can help me with diplomacy. Perhaps it's just a hungry lost lichen, after all, and it only needs a pep talk and a hug. Maybe we could even be friends. But I would need something with a lot of charisma for that. I will leave the choice up to you. Just make sure you don't pick a random recipe. Please keep it one of the abilities I asked for. Remember, your choice can influence my fate. It could change the entire outcome of the quest. But of course, I'm sure you're already aware of that. Sorry for backseat mixing. Okay, Andu. It's just you and me. Let's get to work. So, first things first. We get our drinks menu. And we want something with a lot of charisma, I think. So, what's this? Swift Strike, Spoken Heart. I think probably this one. Bring the deepest feelings bubbling to the surface. The offender's confidence, many heartfelt words, wonder, charismatic boost. Okay, we'll do that one. Pin. So we need a lot of charisma, I guess that is. Let's give it a go. Whoa. That's all the way to the top. Stop. Okay. Next we want some of this. Nice animations. Did I go over? I think we're okay. Next this. Oh. Done. Whoop. Okay, that's done. Awesome. There you go. 1. That should do it. Thank you. I feel much better, braver. Balming. No, wait, that sounds like I'm tending to a farm. What are a lot of farmers? There are a lot of farmers in Tregerin. Sorry, my alarm. And I'm going to protect them all. Or talk to them until they feel better. I'm sure they could use that too. I love the soundtrack in this. It's got a Lydian tonality to it, like using the Lydian mode, which is the 4th mode of the major scale. The Lydian mode has this like fantasy feel to it, like a very kind of fantasy, dreamlike or can be futuristic, so it's got that kind of sound to it. Or talk to them until they feel better. I'm sure they could use that too. I just hope I don't have to fight anyone. No, I'll be okay because of your help. I'll be able to talk myself out of any situation. Thank you again. I think this drink gave me the courage I needed to get started. You got this, Fable. I'll try. Have some faith in yourself. Okay, I got this. Much better. Oh, I almost forgot. I was thinking about how much your words helped me yesterday, and how I'd have to thank you properly if I ever did end up taking a quest. So, I bought you some Phoenix chilies from my garden. They seem like something you might enjoy. They possess natural magical properties. If you plant them in the right soil, they can grow to be fire resistant. And consumption can pass that on to mortals like us. Exactly. I thought they may go well with your drinks. They will, thank you, Fable. I will get some more recipes then. That's very thoughtful. Since I'm waiting for another shipment of infusions in a few days, I'll take a look at them all together later. Of course, I'm glad you like them. Maybe I'll order a drink with some next time. But first, I have to complete my quest. I'll see you post-victory. I'm glad we helped out Fable. I hope Fable will be alright. I hope they don't run into a clown. Or maybe they should become friends. Fable, the mighty hero, and their best friend, the magical clown. Doesn't that sound good? Right, okay, so thank you for joining me on this episode of Gaming with Wolves. This was like a cosy episode here, so I want to do some more cosy games. You know, I've got tiny bookshop I want to have a go at when I get that set up on the Switch and whatnot, but good things to come. If you like this video, check out some of the others, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.